Hey, what's up guys? The ranked 53 player in the world has made a new Mega Knight deck to mess up everyone he matches into. If this Mega Knight Ram Rider deck charges into buildings, it's easy to bait them out and break them down. Whether it's the pure power of the evolved archers and Mega Knight, the rail goes floating down the middle to immediately lock onto buildings, and by playing Goblinstein or Ram Rider, you can bait out your opponent's building so then they have nothing in cycle for the other one. The max power of this deck is achieved when you have a Mega Knight on one side with a Goblinstein on the other and evolved archers split. Opponents have to play picture-perfect defense to defend, and if an evolved archer locks on the tower, it's an instant win. With the evolved Mega Knight knocking units back to the tower, and the Goblinstein ability always looming over the opponent, it's easy for them to fall apart and hand you the win. When you sense weakness on either side, send in the Ram and collect the crowd. Let's unleash Mega Mayhem and assert dominance. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of the daily videos. And mega love to everyone that's using credit code SirTag, making all the Hyper videos possible. My man's got Phoenix in the banner, and it's time for us to fly out of this game with a win. Our strategy here is just to go for Royal Ghost in the back. It's a pretty safe bet. It only costs 3 Elixir. And the guy's trying to spook me with the Royal Ghost emote. He's like, Jake, I don't have the Ghost, but I might have the emote. I'm going to go for a Goblinstein in the back on the same side as the Valkyrie. I've spent 8 Elixir. He spent 4, so he should be spending something soon. So Valkyrie and Phoenix makes me think that we're likely playing against a graveyard deck, but the fact that he's going to have Dagger Duchess is really weird and spooky. Most of the time when people play Dagger Duchess, they're running decks that they go all in all the time. And the fact is, this guy does have a Royal Recruits deck, so he probably is allergic to defending. He just like uses the Dagger Duchess against 3-cost cards and then all-ins all the other time. Oh my gosh, my brother, thank you so much for the glorious Mega Knight value. I can't believe you would do such a thing. So I'm able to Electro Spirit and finish off all of these minions without losing my tower. That is a good thing for us. Obviously, we're going to take a bunch of damage, and he's going to BM me a bit, so he's not a very nice person. Whenever you take a ton of damage and the guy just brings out the emotes, it is not like the best experience, but it incentivizes me to play better and come back and beat him. So we're going to mute him up and hopefully beat him up. Let's go. Beat up the big bully with the emotes. We're going to get the Mega Knight evolution in the back, and it's going to be hard for anyone that's running Royal Recruits to defend this. I also didn't understand why he would have Minion Horde paired with Valkyrie and like Royal Recruits in the same deck. Looks like a steaming hot pile of garbage all put together, and it's beating me, which makes me feel a little bit salty. But it is what it is. We're still going to go Goblinstein and Ram Rider most likely. I think that's going to be our best bet. Into these recruits, the recruits will likely just die here to a good ability. So I'm going to go and take advantage of this, and we'll see what we can make happen. I'll pop that real quick. And then we're going to try to get a solid Mega Knight on the left side so we can finish those off as well. So we're not taking any damage whatsoever.
Oh, look at the cleanse, look at the moves! Faker, what was that?
We're going to trade evolutions there, but I hope our evolution can do more damage than his. We're going to rage it, and we're also going to use Electro Spirit, so the Mega Knight jumps on the tower. And he has no daggers left over, so he just shot them out, and he's done with them. What are we going to get here? If we go Goblinstein, we're probably going to get another Mother Witch and then Royal Recruits afterwards. So we'll see how this goes for us, but I assume pretty good. Especially if I could pop an ability into all this stuff. Like, my man is just endeavoring with all of his units every single time. He doesn't know in between. He knows all in for the win and nothing else. So I bet you he goes in for Royal Recruits and maybe even a Minion Horde. So we're going to have to get ready for that. He's going to Fireball the tower so he takes it, but he is going to lose his tower guaranteed. So at this point, I want to see if he's still emoting. So we're turning the emotes back on. Oh yeah, he's still emoting. He's still emoting. we're gonna mute him again. It's okay. We know that he is still a savage. We know he's still a crazy person. We're gonna go for our Mega Knight at the bridge. I like how I called him a crazy person and I subsequently Mega Knight at the river like an absolute animal. We're gonna Electro Spirit here to pull all of those off to the side and minimize the amount of potential he can get. Then we're going to go for our Goblinstein. He's going to Fireball, but now he doesn't have the Fireball in cycle for our good Doctor. We're going to pop the ability with this Royal Ghost, and I want to see if he's still emoting now. I don't think he is, guys. I think we barely got him here. So, yeah, he says good luck. You know what? I think it's karma biting you in the butt for being such a toxic player. Beating people that spam crying when they're winning is the best feeling in Clash Royale. To his credit, his deck is so brainless that he doesn't have to spend time thinking, so he can fully focus on the emote spam. We've pushed up to 8,400 in the world after beating a bro that literally spammed all of his cards at the bridge. Yo, this guy's finished 402 in the world, so it's time for us to level up after that skillful spammer that dropped every single card so methodically at the river. We are now matching against a top ladder machine. And of course the machine is going to be running a monk. So if we're playing against someone that's good, that knows how to use Monk, and oh no, is he not going to be good? Is he just going to be running a low skill deck again? Whenever someone runs Monk with Night Witch, it makes me think that I'm playing into an Elixir Golem deck. And that's exactly what's happening here, right? So I could Mega Knight this backward and minimize the amount of damage that he gets. But also, he's going to get a lot of bats stockpiling up, and I need to rage to kill them. So, not terrible. Definitely could have been worse for us. The fact that he cannonballed a lot of our cannoneer shots back at me using the Monk makes me slightly sad, but it's manageable. What? He's going to have barbarians in this? Okay. All right. I see what you're doing here, and I like it. Love the fact that you are running probably a dirty Elixir Golem deck. And you don't see that very often from top ladder players. Maybe he's using his ranks and his banner as something that is trying to deter people from assuming that he's running this deck. Because typically, you see Elixir Golem, you're thinking like low skill player that doesn't know how to play the game, just trying to cheese free wins. But this guy, he's got the ranks to back up his skill. I'm going to go in for a Royal Ghost here, and then maybe I can meander through with the Mega Knight and Royal Ghost. I know it's an excessive amount of splash damage, but when you pair it with the Doctor, it's like a built-in monster, but a better monster, an evolved mega monster. Gonna not be able to knock the Monk back, but it's still fine. Overall, the Monk will get knocked back. It'll just take a long time. And the Mega Knight is bashing and crashing into the tower. Well, I think this guy is kind of crashing out. We're gonna rage up the Royal Ghost to get an extra hit there. Wasn't amazing, but it's something that's worth it. I'm also going to go for an Electro Spirit if he goes in for arrows. Okay, never mind. I don't need to. I can just Ram Rider his tower instead. That's fine. He's definitely going to ignore that. I don't know why I decided to ram that tower. I should have rammed the full HP tower so we would have forced a response. Anyway, I think I'll be able to defend against the Monk anyway if I just go same side with the Goblinstein. So it's really Plants vs. Zombies tower defense mode. And he is definitely a zombie. He is another certifiable spammer just with a top ladder rank, it seems. Like every one of his cards has been spammed very aggressively. We're going to go for an Electro Spirit here and make sure that we separate our stuff. He will 100% arrows these archers, and I'm ready for that. Not that big of a deal as long as we can get multiple cycles of poisons here and also get a good Mega Knight. So I need the Mega Knight as early as I possibly can and then go in for a Rage and Electro Spirit so we can just kill the stupid Electro Dragon. If the Electro Dragon falls, we will not fall. And I think we got it. Let's go. We barely killed the Electro Dragon. The Mega Knight is holding the door, and there is no more spam. Despite this guy going for the Elixir Golem, watch as the Mega Knight knocks it back and just says, "Get out of my house. Not today." That is one of the most celebratory ways of denying the opponent damage, propelling his units back, and just symbolizing that he can't break through us. Giving us a perfect purple checkmark in the matchup against Elixir Golem. Dude's got Goblinstein and Royal Giant in the banner, so I think he's a part of the Hokage Empire, which is like from Naruto or something. Is this guy gonna be a ninja? Is he gonna go and run the goblins from Squad Busters skin? It's basically a ninja in Squad Busters, but there's no skins in Clash Royale. Give skins to Clash Royale. Give me the ninja goblins. That's all I'm trying to say. We're going to go in for a Mega Knight in the back on the same side as the cannon cart. And unfortunately, the Electro Spirit doesn't take the leap of faith onto the tower, but not that big of a deal. We're still able to steal damage with the Ram Rider subsequently afterward if we want. But I think precedence on defending against the monster, because if that thing gets close to my tower, you guys already know we're going to get the roast. He's popping ability in 1 second, right? Yeah, there it is. It happens. It's part of the game. It do be that way sometimes. But fortunately for us, Cannoneer is not afraid of the cannon cart. We can also maybe go for a Goblinstein if we wanted to push that back. But definitely want to go opposite lane here because the archers aren't going to give me that much value. Maybe we can go for a Ram Rider and simultaneously apply pressure. But I don't want to poison this. I just want to wait. I want to play more passive and find a better opportunity here. So instead, I'm going to go Ram Rider in the back and then Mega Knight at the bridge. This is the most aggro version of anything that I could do, but it might work out in our favor. I really want to afford the Mega Knight at the bridge, and I can't afford it. I was hoping, but the Electro Spirit, the single elixir that I spent, screwed up my play. But if I didn't spend that single elixir, I would have lost my tower to the bats. So, you know, he played that beautifully going in for the bats to extract all of my elixir, and he definitely deserved that outcome. So, well played by our opponent. He kind of is a ninja, extracting every bit of elixir he can from me. Anyway, I wonder if we're able to break through the cannon cart. Oh, wow. Right as I asked, the Mega Knight delivers. Okay, Mega Knight, say less. I didn't know you involved your brain, too. You can follow orders and order around our opponent's princess tower. That's awesome. So we ordered up seconds on this guy's tower, and we delighted. Also, cannon cart dies right before it gets hit. Very nice.
I can't move it anymore.
I can pop the ability here to destroy the mortar and also maybe even the bats. Oh my goodness! Goblinstein got nerfs, but it doesn't matter. It's still stupidly unfair with Ram Rider and Mega Knight having multiple sources to tanks the opponent down really quickly. Also, I'm going to Mega Knight early so I can keep the Doctor alive and stop our opponent and preclude him from going for a mortar at the bridge. So if he does go for a mortar, watch this Electro Spirit. It's probably going to take the targeting from the mortar evolution if the mortar evolution ever gets off of my Mega Knight, which I don't even know if it will. Seems like it's just consistently locking onto my Mega Knight. Did we just two-shot the mortar evolution? What? That felt so stupid. That was really silly, but it doesn't matter. We win, guys. Holy heck. We're going to Electro Spirit here, snag a second tower while this guy is trying to do everything he can, but he only accomplished tickle damage. To be frank with you guys, I think we might be matching into another Elixir Golem player. We see an Electro Dragon in the back when I split up my archers, so he is pretty adventurous to cycle 5 Elixir like that. Oh, let's go. This is one of my favorite starts in the game. Not only not activating King Tower with the Electro Spirit, but getting our opponent to ambitiously endeavor with a Ram Rider directly into the Doctor, because the Doctor resets his Ram and denies him value every single time. Meanwhile, no Ram, no P.E.K.K.A, no NATO in cycle, and a pure possibility of damage for our Ram Rider. So you should use Ram on Ram action to oh my gosh. Really? You are going to have a random counter to us, but it wasn't good enough. Oh my goodness, wait. He didn't activate King Tower. Did this guy build a deck to beat us? Like, real talk. Actually, an unbelievable matchup for him. He has a Fisherman deck with a P.E.K.K.A and a Tornado with a Ram Rider. Those are 4 different answers to our Ram Rider win condition. What is Clash Royale cooking right now? That's insane. All right, so this is going to be one of the hardest matches I've ever seen. Anyway, I was saying earlier, Ram Rider on Ram Rider action is really fun because you can slow down the Ram Rider so that it doesn't charge on the tower near as quick. And then your Cannoneer can just completely allow your Ram Rider to cannibalize your opponent's Ram Rider. So that's what's up. Ram Rider on Ram Rider action is very fun when you have the power of an overpowered tower. So I wonder if we can go Goblinstein here, have his Fisherman pull it, and then pull off one of the best abilities ever. Guys, I'm getting antsy right now. I'm getting hyped up because this is about to be magical. We force out a Tornado. He still gets his Fisherman fried. And now we're in a position where we can also go for Evolved Archers. He's going to arrows this, but it's fine. We will get the value before he arrows us. He's going P.E.K.K.A right now. We're going to go in for our Evolved Mega Knight in the back of the same side. Give him the respect. He needs it. I understand that if I don't do that, I will lose the game. Very much the Evolved P.E.K.K.A is a scary sir.
It's time!
Also, I think that with Electro Dragon, I still am in a bad spot, so I need to go Goblinstein here. Maybe go in for an Electro Spirit and then go Archer so the Fisherman doesn't pull. Wait, we're taking tower guaranteed. Like 1 billion% taking tower. All I need to do is defend against this. If I can somehow stop this, I will win the game. There's 16 seconds on the clock. I don't think I'm defending this. I'm in a bad spot, guys. If the P.E.K.K.A is taking my tower, the guy's saying well played with a 100-0 matchup, you know, maybe it's reminiscent of the first game of the day where the opponent has a hard counter and they find a way to lose. I'm hoping that's what happens because, like, genuinely, this matchup was really, really unlucky. All right, we're going to go for this. We're going to kill the Electro Dragon. We should be able to slow down his stuff going in for Goblinstein and pop an amazing ability because I'm pretty confident that the Fisherman pulls everything close by if I need it to. Or, alternatively, we can Ram Rider, go for a Royal Ghost, and then try to find our way through that way. Because if we rage, there's no way that that Ram Rider is going to die before the Electro Dragon, right? Oh, come on, Clash. Guy's spamming well played with a huge hard counter. I hate this guy. I dislike people like that, you know? If you have an amazing matchup, just understand that. Respect the game a little bit, you know? You have arrows for my Archer's evolution. My evolution card is just denied. Come on, man. All right, we're going to go Mega Knight here. We're expecting him to go P.E.K.K.A. I should be A-okay here on defense if I get an Electro Spirit down. There's no way he's going to be able to break through that. We can go for Archers off to the side. I want to go Royal Ghost, though, because he has to drop something to distract it. And if he doesn't, he is going to lose all of his stuff here. We're going to go in for a Ram Rider to pull back all of his units. And I want to win this more than anything. if you BM me with a hard counter, I don't like you. So I'm going to go in for Electric Spirit to pull back the P.E.K.K.A. And I think that we're in a spot where I can go in for another set of like Goblinstein abilities and just be totally content with our position, because it will hit everything. And then we can go Royal Ghost again. Notice how I'm always going Ghost whenever I get the opportunity, because it is a hard card for him to counter. Then I can go Ram Rider, poison on his stuff, kill the Fisherman that way, and then go in for Evolved Archers on his Electro Dragon. And if we can kill that, then we're going to be set up for success, because we'll also damage the P.E.K.K.A. And now we can go in for another Royal Ghost, kill this, maybe go in for a Mega Knight in the middle if we want, so that it's able to tank. He's going to go Ram Rider, which is fine. I'm just going to go for an Electro Spirit here and get Archers down, and we should be good. I don't know why I made this a lot closer than I should have, but it is what it is. And now let's see this guy spam a whole bunch of angry faces as he loses with one of the best matchups in the entire game. Literally, you had arrows for my archers, you had a P.E.K.K.A. for my Mega Knight, and you had Fisherman, Tornado, and Ram Rider for my own Ram Rider. So I don't know how you lost that, man. The P.E.K.K.A. player had every ingredient he needed, but he was the one that got cooked. So with this specific starting hand, I hate making the first play. Mega Knight in the back is awful, because then the opponent will spam other side. Going Goblinstein in the back is a little bit risky, because then your opponent could spam other side, and then the Ram Rider is generally used against Balloons or Hog Riders or other Ram Riders, and then it gives you great counter push. So I'm going to go Goblinstein in the back when I saw my opponent go Ice Spirit. I think that's an okay play. I can also go Royal Ghost right now, and we're figuring out that we are playing against a Hog Rider deck. So Royal Hogs or Hog Rider whenever we see Cannon, Firecracker, and the assortment of stuff that this guy is throwing down. I'm going to go in for a Mega Knight here. It's a little bit risky to drop it a little bit lower, so I'm dropping it higher so then it might be able to kill the Firecracker faster. Also, another thing is the Royal Ghost is munching on the tower marvelously. It almost got another slap with the sword, which would have soared us ahead in damage, but unfortunately did not work out. Wait, what?
Who's that Pokemon?
Dude, what are you playing? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to activate King Tower here, and then we're going to immediately go in for an Electric Spirit afterward. Paired with the Ram Rider, I don't think we're going to take as much damage as this guy was thinking we would, but we still took a ton. Oh, the sus goblins do a lot if they're left alone. Unfortunately, we didn't have a good mechanism of stopping them since we had to prioritize on stopping the Firecracker. It is what it is. What a weird game it is, though. The guy did so much damage at the start, and we have to be on our toes for the rest of the game because at 1,400, we don't have that much wiggle room to work with.
This is fine.
I could poison on the Firecracker, but I think it is definitely better to go Archers here, wait and see what he's going to do, and then maybe go Ghost on defense as well with the Archers. The Ghost is not good in this situation, but the one thing that is good, the possibility of us ramming directly into the Firecracker and the Firecracker whipping our towers. So we will take that opportunity. We won't be able to lock onto the cannon, and we're just going to lose everything there. Jeez, well played, man. This guy is not giving us any room for damage at all, and genuinely, I gotta sauce him out a well played if you're just playing better than me. So we're going to cycle the Mega Knight in the back. We're going to try to go in for Archers, maybe even a poison depending on what we get in the back. Ideally, we would like to poison multiple things at once, so we will take that. If we poison the sus bush, it will die, so then we won't have to worry about that anymore. And poisoning the cannon enables us an awesome offense here with the Ram Rider, the Goblinstein, and the Archer. But you might think that we would always go in the same side as the Mega Knight, but that's not what we want. It's just a decoy. And look at the Archer forcing out the arrow counter. Like, he had to stop those Archer arrows, and he went in for a log, and now things are falling apart really fast. So we can go in for Archers of our own again. Mega Knight here, knock back the Hog Rider. And the beautiful thing that you guys just saw is the power of Archer split in this deck. When you're able to go for dual lane Archer's pressure, if it locks onto the tower, it can take out the entire tower by itself as a one hard win condition. And it's split up on both sides, so you apply that pressure on both lanes. If the opponent is forcing a log on that, they don't have a log to knock back the Ram Rider charge. And then they're down 2 Elixir. And then they just instantly lose the game because you pile on the pressure on the other side. Despite looking down and out, we jumped back into the match using the Mega Knight as big bait. Our absurd Elixir advantage allowed us to steamroll the left side. Jump on the like button if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.